In the pharmaceutical industry, risk assessment for computerized system validation, CSV, is a critical part of ensuring compliance with regulatory standards such as GXP, good practices, guidelines, particularly for systems involved in the manufacturing, testing, and distribution of pharmaceutical products. The goal of risk assessment in CSV is to evaluate and mitigate risks that may affect product quality, patient safety, or data integrity. Here is an overview of the key elements involved in risk assessment for CSV in the pharmaceutical industry. 1. Risk management framework. 1. Risk assessment in CSV typically follows the principles outlined in ICQ 9, Quality Risk Management, which provides a structured approach to assessing, controlling, and reviewing risks throughout the system's lifecycle. 2. GAMP 5, Good Automated Manufacturing Practice, also offers guidance for applying a risk-based approach to validating computerized systems. 2. Types of risks assessed. 1. Product quality risks. Any failure of the computerized system that may impact the quality of the pharmaceutical product. 1. This could involve incorrect data processing or equipment malfunction. 2. Patient safety risks. Issues that may affect the safety of the end user or patient, such as faulty equipment control systems in a production environment that could result in incorrect dosages. 3. Data integrity risks. Risks that could compromise the accuracy, reliability, and consistency of electronic records, which are essential for decision-making and regulatory reporting. 3. Risk assessment process. 1. Identify hazards. The first step involves identifying potential failure modes or hazards associated with the computerized system. 1. This could include hardware failures, software bugs, human errors, or cybersecurity threats. 2. Determine risk impact. Each identified risk is evaluated in terms of its potential impact on product quality, patient safety, and data integrity. 2. This evaluation often involves cross-functional teams from IT, quality, and engineering. 3. Evaluate likelihood and severity. Risk is assessed based on the probability of occurrence, likelihood, and the impact, severity, it would have on the system and the organization. 4. Mitigation controls. Appropriate controls are put in place to reduce risks to acceptable levels. 4. This may involve technical solutions like system redundancy, validation tests, access controls, or procedural controls such as staff training and documentation. 5. Risk categorization. Systems and components are categorized based on the criticality of the risks they present. 5. This helps in prioritizing validation activities. Critical systems typically require more thorough validation efforts than non-critical ones. 4. Risk-based validation approach. 1. System categorization. In GAMP 5, systems are classified based on complexity and the level of control required. 1. Critical systems, those impacting GXP-related activities, undergo more rigorous validation than non-critical systems. 2. Validation strategy. The risk-based approach influences how much testing and documentation is required for validation. 2. For example, systems that pose higher risks may require more extensive testing, while low-risk systems can follow a leaner validation process. 5. Tools for risk assessment. 1. Failure mode and effects analysis, FMEA, a systematic method for evaluating and addressing potential failure points in a system. 2. Risk priority number, RPN, often used in FMEA. The RPN is a numerical value used to prioritize risks based on their severity, occurrence, and detection. 3. Hazard and operability study, HAZOP, a technique used to identify potential hazards in system operations. 6. Regulatory expectations. 1. Regulatory agencies such as the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, EMA, European Medicines Agency, and other authorities expect pharmaceutical companies to demonstrate that computerized systems used in GXP environments are appropriately validated and that risks are effectively managed. 2. CSV documentation should include evidence of the risk assessment, risk controls, and residual risk acceptance. 7. Continuous monitoring and review. 1. After initial validation, the risk management process continues throughout the system's lifecycle. 1. Changes to the system, new risks, or system failures require re-evaluation to ensure that the system remains in a validated state. 2. Periodic review ensures that the system and its associated risks are controlled over time, especially with updates or technological changes. In summary, risk assessment for CVS in the pharmaceutical industry involves a thorough evaluation of potential risks to product quality, patient safety, and data integrity. The risk-based approach, emphasized in both ICQ-9 and GAMP-5, ensures that validation efforts are proportionate to the level of risk presented by the computerized system.